The Supreme Court has issued a ruling that every gun owner in the United States needs to pay attention to. This is not just another court decision. It is being called historic for its scope, clarity, and immediate impact on the rights of law-abiding citizens. For decades, debates around the Second Amendment have shaped state and federal legislation, creating a complex patchwork of rules, restrictions, and permits. Now, with this recent Supreme Court ruling, the landscape has shifted in a way that will affect millions of Americans directly. Whether you own a firearm, are considering purchasing one, or are simply interested in constitutional law, understanding the implications of this decision is critical. This ruling sends a clear and unmistakable message to gun owners. Your rights under the Second Amendment are being reinforced, and the court has clarified how those rights are to be interpreted and protected. For years, varying state laws created confusion about what was legal and what was not, particularly when it came to carrying firearms in public or obtaining permits. Many citizens found themselves uncertain about whether they could legally defend themselves with a firearm without risking fines, imprisonment, or other legal consequences. The Supreme Court's ruling now provides a nationwide standard, ensuring that constitutional rights are applied uniformly across all states. The immediate effect of this ruling is profound. It strengthens the ability of law-abiding citizens to exercise their right to carry firearms for personal protection. This includes both concealed and open carry, subject to existing criminal laws that target illegal use of firearms. The court's opinion emphasizes that responsible citizens should not be restricted from defending themselves because of overly broad state regulations. By doing so, it removes a significant layer of legal uncertainty, giving individuals clarity about what is permissible under the law. In addition to clarifying Second Amendment protections, the ruling has broader implications for how the federal government and states can regulate firearms. Any law that imposes unnecessary or arbitrary restrictions on lawful gun ownership is now subject to heightened scrutiny under the court's interpretation. This means that gun owners, advocacy organizations, and legal experts can challenge outdated or unconstitutional laws with a stronger legal foundation than ever before. The decision is being hailed by many as a landmark moment in American constitutional history because it establishes a precedent that will influence future cases and legislation related to firearms. For gun owners, there are several key takeaways that are essential to understand. First, the court has reaffirmed that owning and carrying a firearm is a constitutional right, not a privilege granted by state bureaucracies. Permit requirements that previously created barriers for citizens may now be challenged, particularly if they were implemented in a way that limited access for law-abiding individuals. Second, the ruling reinforces the notion that personal defense is a fundamental aspect of the Second Amendment. This is a significant statement from the highest court in the nation, making it clear that the government cannot unduly restrict the ability of citizens to protect themselves and their families. The decision also addresses the balance between individual rights and public safety. While it reinforces the constitutional protections of gun owners, the court made it clear that laws targeting criminal misuse of firearms remain valid. This includes penalties for illegal possession, use of firearms in the commission of a crime, and other measures designed to protect the public. The court's approach is nuanced. It strengthens lawful ownership and carry rights while maintaining enforcement against unlawful behavior. This balance ensures that personal liberties are protected without compromising the safety of the community. The reaction to the ruling has been swift and intense. Gun rights advocacy groups are celebrating what they see as a victory for liberty and constitutional protections. Organizations that have long fought against restrictive carry laws and cumbersome permit requirements are now using the ruling as a basis to push for reforms and greater education about gun rights. At the same time, opponents of the decision have voiced concerns that easing restrictions could lead to higher rates of gun-related incidents. These discussions are expected to dominate media coverage, social media conversations, and political debates for months to come. For citizens who may not currently own a firearm, but are considering doing so, This ruling provides a clearer understanding of their legal rights. Knowing that the Supreme Court has set a nationwide standard can give potential gun owners confidence that they are exercising a constitutional right rather than navigating a confusing legal system that varies from one state to another. It also underscores the importance of education and training. While the court has clarified the legality of ownership and carry, responsible handling, proper storage, and understanding applicable laws remain essential for every firearm owner. Economically, the ruling may have immediate effects on the firearm industry. Manufacturers, retailers, and training organizations may experience increased demand as citizens seek to exercise their newly reinforced rights. This could lead to growth in sales of firearms, ammunition, safety equipment, and training courses. Legal service providers may also see increased demand as individuals and advocacy groups seek guidance on navigating the updated legal landscape. The ruling has implications that extend beyond personal rights, influencing businesses, legal systems, and the broader economy connected to firearms. Politically, the decision is likely to reshape legislative priorities. Lawmakers in states with restrictive gun laws may need to reconsider existing regulations to align with the Supreme Court's interpretation. This could trigger legal challenges as states attempt to introduce new forms of regulation while respecting the clarified constitutional standards. The ruling provides a precedent that will likely influence debates in Congress, state legislatures, and policy-making bodies for years, making it one of the most consequential decisions regarding gun rights in recent decades. Historical context underscores the significance of this ruling. The Second Amendment has been the subject of ongoing debate since its ratification, and its interpretation has evolved over centuries. Previous Supreme Court decisions have shaped the boundaries of gun ownership, but this ruling represents a decisive statement reinforcing individual rights. By issuing a unanimous decision, the court demonstrates the weight and clarity of its position, signaling that fundamental constitutional rights are not negotiable and must be respected by both federal and state authorities. For families and communities, this ruling carries both reassurance and responsibility. Gun owners now have a clearer legal framework within which to operate, but this clarity also requires greater awareness of safety practices. Education about firearm handling, storage, and legal obligations is critical to ensure that individuals exercise their rights responsibly. Similarly, understanding the limits of these rights, particularly in relation to criminal misuse, helps communities balance personal liberty with public safety. The court's ruling does not absolve citizens of responsibility. It empowers them to act lawfully while remaining accountable for their actions. The Supreme Court's decision also has implications for legal education and advocacy. Law schools, legal professionals, and constitutional scholars will be studying this ruling for years, analyzing its language, reasoning, and long-term impact. Advocacy groups are likely to use the decision to inform campaigns, guide legislative proposals, and educate the public about constitutional rights. This ruling will shape the way Second Amendment law is taught, discussed, and applied in practice, ensuring that its influence extends far beyond the immediate legal community. In practical terms, citizens should take proactive steps to understand how this ruling affects them. Gun owners should review their current practices, permits, and knowledge of local laws to ensure compliance. Individuals considering ownership should educate themselves on training, responsible handling, and legal obligations. Advocacy groups should communicate the implications of the ruling clearly to their members and the public. By taking these steps, Americans can ensure that they exercise their rights responsibly and effectively, making the most of the clarity provided by the Supreme Court. The ruling also sets a precedent for future cases involving constitutional rights. By taking a strong stance in favor of lawful gun ownership, the Supreme Court has signaled how it may approach similar issues in the future. This includes cases involving other personal liberties, privacy protections, and interpretations of fundamental rights. The legal reasoning employed in this decision will be cited in numerous cases, shaping judicial thought and influencing how courts across the country interpret the Constitution. Public awareness is critical. Millions of Americans may not yet realize the scope of this ruling or how it directly impacts their rights. Education campaigns, media coverage, and advocacy efforts will play an essential role in informing citizens about their new legal standing. Understanding the ruling empowers individuals to make informed decisions about firearm ownership, personal defense, and legal obligations, ensuring that constitutional rights are exercised in a responsible and knowledgeable manner. In conclusion, the Supreme Court's ruling sends a clear and historic message to gun owners across the United States. It reinforces the Second Amendment, clarifies the legal framework for ownership and carry, and establishes a precedent that will influence law, policy, and public debate for years to come. Responsible gun ownership, education, and awareness are essential to make the most of the protections provided by this ruling. By staying informed and acting within the law, citizens can exercise their rights safely, effectively, and responsibly, while also contributing to ongoing discussions about liberty, safety, and constitutional protections. For viewers, understanding this decision is not optional, it is essential. Like this video, subscribe to stay updated on all legal developments, and share this information with friends and family. Being informed ensures that you can exercise your rights confidently and responsibly. The Supreme Court's ruling is historic, and knowing how it affects you is the first step to navigating this new era of gun ownership and constitutional clarity. If you found this video helpful and informative, now is the time to take action. First, hit that like button to show your support, because every click helps spread this crucial information to other Americans who need to know about their rights. This Supreme Court ruling affects millions of citizens, and awareness is the first step in making sure everyone understands what it means for their Second Amendment rights. By liking this video, you're not only supporting the channel, but you're also helping create a community of informed and responsible gun owners. Next, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. With so many legal changes happening, staying updated is more important than ever. This ruling is just one of many historic decisions that can impact your rights, your safety, and the way you navigate the laws in your state. Subscribing ensures that you get accurate, timely updates as these changes unfold, helping you stay one step ahead and fully aware of your legal standing. Sharing is equally important. Share this video with friends, family, and fellow gun owners so they can also understand what this ruling means for them. Many people still don't know how these decisions affect their daily lives, and spreading awareness can help prevent confusion, legal trouble, or even missed opportunities to exercise constitutional rights responsibly. A simple share could make a real difference in someone's life, helping them stay informed and empowered. It's also essential to take responsibility for your rights. Use this information wisely. Learn more about safe firearm handling, storage, and legal obligations. Educate yourself and those around you about how this Supreme Court ruling changes the legal landscape. Being informed isn't enough. You need to act responsibly to ensure your rights are exercised safely. Lastly, leave your thoughts in the comments section below. We want to hear how this ruling affects you, your perspective on the Second Amendment, and what steps you're taking to stay informed. Engaging with the community helps everyone learn more and encourages meaningful discussion. Your voice matters, and this is the perfect place to share it. Remember, this is more than just a video. It's a chance to stay informed, protect your rights, and help others understand what is happening. So subscribe, share, and comment now, because understanding and action are the keys to navigating this historic Supreme Court ruling responsibly and confidently.